Warning: federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about the things you don't see on regular TV. So join us on BG Time. Oh, so join us on BG Time. Oh, so join us on BG time, BGT time, yeah, yeah. BGT time.
When they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? That ain't that what we're supposed to do. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Hey y'all, let me pull this down. What it do? What it do? I know I said I was gonna change my hair, but the hair that my baby brought me, Miss Jasmine, is a little too little. And she told me it was gonna be too little. She really did. But it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Thank y'all for joining tonight. Now y'all know we are live on Instagram, the PGT Time page, two YouTube pages, and of course our favorite Twitch. Yes. So thank y'all so much for joining tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to share the video, but it let me share it at first. Let me see something. No, that's all it's gonna let me do. I'm gonna share it again, y'all. I'm gonna share it again. Hopefully, y'all see it on my page, Miss Peachy Time page. Hopefully so. We'll see at the end of the show. We'll see at the end of the show. Now, I promised y'all that you guys will be able to see the first video. Not the video, but the yes, it's the video. The intro video for the weekend spot. Yes, y'all. If you have not heard it, your girl is going back in the studio. Yes, I am going back in the studio this Saturday, y'all. This Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 to 1 Central Time, and 10 to 11 Pacific Time. So please make sure y'all join me. We will have our first guest. Oh, yeah, me. But where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? Is this her up here? Let's see. That's still me. Don't worry about it. I'll find her and I'll put her on the show. Miss Rafani, baby. Miss Rafani will be in the building. Okay, y'all? She will be in the building. My very first guest inside the studio. I know y'all hear all type of stuff in the background. I'm sorry. Y'all know we laugh. You know we laugh. But Miss Rafani, there go her flyer. Miss Rafani will be in the building, y'all, on Saturday. It look like I'm lagging a little bit. I'm sorry. In the building on Saturday. Here go her flyer. business owner at Planet Earth 404, baby. Make sure y'all tune in Saturday 1 to 2. Check her live in studio interview. Baby, we're going to have a good time. Do you hear me? We are going to have a good time. You do not want to miss it. But if you do, don't worry about it. Y'all will be able to see the replay because y'all know my replays don't go nowhere. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's get this show started. When I see that there are more people in, then I will go ahead and I will show y'all the new intro for Saturday. I can't wait for y'all to see it. All right. So let's go ahead with the show. Let me take this banner down. We have already started the show, baby. We've already started. I don't know what the hell that's up there for. But all right, y'all, let's get started. Let's get started with this $100,000. $100,000 that was meant for sick dogs, sick pets, cats, dogs, all the animals, all the pets in St. Louis. And baby, they said, they said we gotta spend this money on for Gucci. Not Gucci, man, but Gucci. Everything is allegedly tonight, y'all, and also explicit language. You already know how we get down over here. All right, y'all, let's go.
Well, now to a story you'll only see here on 4. The leader of a not-for-profit helping provide medical care to pets is now accused of allegedly using those donations for her own expenses. Only Jordan Burrell spoke to a man out thousands of dollars after trying to pay it forward. Jordan.
And I'd noticed a post that someone shared that basically said, hey, there's animals in need. They need medical care. They're dying. We need to raise $2,000 today.
Charles Hackman says he's always had a love for pets, especially dogs. So he sprang into action when he saw this post on Saving St. Louis Pets Facebook asking for donations to rescue and treat animals.
So I got on Twitter, I got on Facebook, I raised $2,000.
Hackman says this woman, Constance K. Cruz, told him he could send the money through a link, but days later, he saw the post again, asking for the same amount of money.
So I reached out and I was like, hey, I'd kind of like to know where my money went. I just sent $2,000. And she replied, I don't have to tell you where it went.
He tells me he believed the money was going toward vet bills and transporting pets from bad situations. But First Alert 4 obtained these invoices showing everything from a Ninja brew system to Gucci sunglasses placed on behalf of Saving St. Louis Pets by Constance Cruz. Now, Google says the nonprofit's office is located at this address. So we stopped by just to find that it's a jiu-jitsu gym.
Such a small community. It was actually a jiu-jitsu gym that I trained at.
2016, I started off as just a volunteer.
Melissa Roussan says she started volunteering with Saving St. Louis Pets 10 years ago. She later joined the board.
I'm not sure how Constance ended up with Saving St. Louis Pets, but somehow in 2021, she ended up as president.
That's when Roussan says the problems began. Cruz doing things Roussan says she'd never seen during her time with the organization.
And she was having to get hotel rooms for transports to Cape Girardeau, which was, only about 45 minutes away. There's no reason for a hotel room to go to Cape Girardeau.
Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway says the not-for-profit collected more than $100,000 in donations, even after the organization dissolved in 2023. Cruz is now facing felony charges for deceptive business practice.
Finally got to the right hands, and the Attorney General stepped up and pressed charges is exactly what Missouri needs to start holding people like this accountable.
And it turns out the photos used in the post used to solicit donations were stock images of animals. The Attorney General says if you believe you've been scammed by a charity or a business, file a complaint with the AG's office. Find out how by clicking on this story in the First Alert 4 News app. Morgan?
Jordan, thank you.
Well, all I can say is you can get it too. You can get it too. I'm so sorry that they took your money and did that instead of taking care of the animals, the pets. I'm so sorry. But just know, once again, you can get it too. Anybody can get it at this time. Folks need money. Jobs ain't all the way out there like they used to be. And if you do get a job, they about paying a little bit of nothing. Not enough to take care of your whole family. So, with that being said, you can get it too, Mr. Man. You can get it too. I'm sorry that happened, y'all. I ain't laughing like that. But the truth is the truth. You know, it's people out here that is literally living outside. And it's cold. And they living outside because they don't have nowhere else to live. So it's unfortunate, but people is scheming and scamming, baby. Scheming and scamming. And they are doing whatever they can. When I say whatever they can, they are doing whatever they can and whatever it takes. All right? So it's very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But this is what it is at this point. Give us some more jobs. I'm fine. But give everybody else some more jobs. Higher pay. Then you ain't gotta worry about this stuff happening. That's my theory. Look, that's my theory. So, all right, y'all. We finna go ahead and get into this next story. Did y'all hear about those 3 brothers that fell through the ice? They are no longer with us at this time. And it's a sad situation. So here we go.
All new here at 6, a tragic accident in Texas has claimed the lives of 3 young brothers after they fell through a pond that was covered in ice. The boys were just 6, 8, and 9 years old. This happened in Bonham near the Red River, just a few hours north of Tyler.
Cute
Officials say
little boy.
2 of the brothers were pulled from the water and received immediate medical care, then rushed to the hospital. Another boy was later recovered after an extensive search of the pond. We spoke to the grandparents of the boys who live in East Texas, and they say that they'll remember them as protective, smart, and full of life, saying that they'll forever treasure the memories they shared.
It just hurt that they're not going to be here. As a grandparent, you you love your kids by all means, but when you have grandkids, it's like an extra dose of love. I'll remember them by their smiles. You go to sleep, and that's all you see is their smiles.
And if you'd like to support the Hangman family with funeral expenses, donations that can be made through the city of Emory, we have much more information on how to give over on our website, cbs19.tv. Tonight, we know the boys' mother dove into the frigid water trying to save them. Richard Solomon traveled to Bonham, where he spoke to the grieving mother.
They did everything together.
EJ he wanted to be a football star. Kayla was sweet and like gentle, and Howard was goofy.
3 brothers, close in age, inseparable by design.
They were going to be something in life. They were too smart and too intelligent.
And their mother, Cheyenne Hangman, says that bond is exactly why this is so hard.
And I don't want to think.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
But exactly why she feels it needs to be told. On Monday, Cheyenne and her sons were visiting a friend who lives by a pond in Bonham. She remembers warning them, don't go near the water. But moments later, as the boys were playing outside, one of them fell in.
Howard went on first and fell in, and the other boys tried to save him and fell in also.
Cheyenne says her daughter came running into the house to get her.
As far as I could go, I ran across the ice until I fell in, and I swam to them.
The 3 brothers drowned.
Breaking off, and I just couldn't save them.
And even in the middle of unimaginable loss, Cheyenne says she's finding strength in the 3 children she still has.
Have to be strong for them.
In the community wrapping its arms around her family. The boys were students at Bonham ISD elementary schools. The district put out a statement saying counselors are available for those grieving. The family has also started a GoFundMe to help cover funeral expenses. But Cheyenne wants every parent to know this.
That it can happen to you. Like you think it can't, but it can.
Because for her, there's no timeline for healing. Only heartbreak of learning how to live with that loss that never truly goes away. In Fannin County, I'm Richard Solomon.
My heart goes out to this young lady. It really does. Like she said, you just never know. You just never know when is a person's last day on earth. I'll say it like that. You just never know when is a person's last day on earth. Um, this young lady had 6 kids, and 3 of them gone at one time, all at the same time. I know this was hard for her, especially when you feel like your kids is old enough to listen and not do the exact opposite um, of what they were told. As far as water goes, though, I don't think no child, no child should be out by any water left alone. She said she did tell them not to go near the water. Sometimes if it's water out there, sometimes if it's water out there, you just might need to go out there too. Not that I'm blaming her at all whatsoever. I'm not blaming her. But sometimes you just have to, just be out there. If you don't feel like as a mom or a dad, you don't feel like being out there, tell them to come on in the house. Tell them to come on in the house. My daughter, I don't allow her to play outside by herself. She go out there with her brother, or she could be out there with me, or she could be out there with her dad. But as far as by herself, I don't play it. No, I don't care how bad you want to go outside. Yes, royalty.com, royalty.com. Yes, very, very heartbreaking. I showed a show on 3 people, the mom and 2 of her children, um, did not make it out the house during the house fire. But 2 of her kids did make it out, and her baby daddy made it out. Go figure why he made it out. But anyway, that's another story for another day. If you want to go check it out, you can check it out on PGT Time on YouTube. But it was just a sad, sad thing, you know. But she tried. Not saying that this mama didn't try, but because we heard her say that she jumped in that water, and I know that water was cold, but she still tried. She just wasn't able to save them. This mother, she tried to save them, but all 3 of them got burnt in the fire. So y'all go look at it on my page. You'll see the picture on YouTube. It's a picture with the 3 kids, with the 2 kids and the mama in the middle. So y'all go check that out. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead. We gotta move on because y'all know I'm only doing our shows now. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. This was this right here was heartbreaking too. Because it seemed like at this point we can't do nothing. There was a husband and wife that pulled in the driveway, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whichever one, pulled in the driveway of someone's home, and the homeowner came out and let go on the husband. All because they pulled in his driveway. Things happen, sir. And everybody else that's watching. If somebody pulling my driveway, I don't know. I'm not going outside. I can see you from the window. If I can see that you pulled in, I can see you pulling out. If you just gonna sit there for a while, I'll call 911. That's how the game goes. But I'm not finna come out and try to take matters in my own hands. That's what I'm not going to do. And I hope you all don't either. Unless it's an emergency and you have to. So let's go ahead and get into this. All over a hunk horn, y'all. All over a hunk horn. Here we go.
North County father shot and killed in front of his young daughter. Police say Edward Johnson's murder happened in broad daylight after an encounter with pedestrians turned deadly. The family is only speaking to 5 on Your Side's Melanie Johnson.
Kelly killed for honking his horn. That's the motive behind the crime. Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle calls senseless and unnecessary. The key witness in this case, the victim's only child.
A day for daddy's little girl takes a dark turn in Ferguson.
A decision was made to fire shots at a man who's just trying to spend time with his daughter.
Bella Faye Johnson Jr. speaking on behalf of the family of Edward Johnson Jr.
Our dads, our brothers.
His older cousin murdered 10 a.m. Friday morning on January 23rd. Police say Edward Johnson Jr. was shot and killed for honking his horn at two pedestrians at the corner of West Florissant Avenue and Canfield Drive.
He's in a car, they're in the street, and blows a horn. Didn't know that would be what would be his demise.
The bullet striking Johnson, leading him to crash into a nearby home. When officers arrived, they found the 52-year-old shot in the driver's seat.
But this is the reality of life on this side of heaven. It is broken. It is depraved.
Johnson's daughter was in the car for every moment.
She saw it all. And she saw her father pretty much take her last breaths, and to go from thinking you're just about to hang out with your dad to now you got to testify and have meetings with police officers to tell them what you saw. And it's not fair. My memory of him was just how cool he was and how smooth he was, and great baseball player. I can look back now and just see that picture with my hand on his shoulder. And
beyond justice, Bella Faye has a driving wish for the little girl grieving the unthinkable.
My hope is that she never forgets that she had a father who loved her.
Ferguson police have arrested this man, DeAndre Thru Jr. He faces felony second-degree murder charges. Investigators are speaking with other persons of interest tonight, including a second individual who could be charged any day now.
Turns out.
Lock them up, lock them up, lock them up. This baby was there. She saw it all. Now she got to live with this for the rest of her life, probably having nightmares and everything. Ain't no telling. Like, what makes people so angry? Is it the heat of the moment, or they just already got some things going on in their life? Like, some people can't just let people cuss them out and keep it moving. Especially when it's somebody you don't even know. Like, to me, that's the worst. To go to prison for the rest of your life over you doing something to somebody that you didn't even know. Like, the image of that person gonna go away probably very quickly. Well, no, it won't. It won't. You're gonna remember, that's gonna be the last thing you remember. Is that person's face on the ground. Probably pleading for you not to do it. And you could have turned around and walked away and still lived to see the next day. They could have lived to see the next day, and you could have lived to see the next day, because you don't know they don't know what's about to happen to them, especially when they catch the second person. But the first person that they done got, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know that you're gonna get sentenced and you're gonna go to prison, but you don't know what's gonna happen when you get in there. Some people don't even make it 30 days on a life sentence, and they don't make it 30 days. You guys have to be very, very mindful in the heat of the moment. Be very mindful. Try to, at least. If you could turn around and walk away, turn around and walk away. Tell your kids to turn around and walk away. All right, y'all. Y'all go ahead and put it in the chat. Y'all out there watching, where y'all watching from. Let me know if y'all enjoying the show. All of it. You want to just say hi to Miss Peachy? Hey, go ahead and throw it in the chat. All right, y'all. I know things are looking very differently now. And that is because I have not been able to stream on my Facebook page, Miss Peachy Time page. I am able to stream on all my other platforms. So I really appreciate you all watching tonight. I promise y'all that y'all will see the new intro for Wednesday. So let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, let's go ahead and get into that. Y'all ready? Here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PG Time. PG Time. Tune in on PG Time. PG Time. Come join us on PG Time. PG Time. Join us on PG Time. PG Time. Yeah.
Gotta go, and I see y'all inside.
Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
All right. I know it's kind of simple, but I do love it. I may add some more wording to it or something. I don't know. Maybe have some of the pictures spinning around, zooming in and out. I don't know. But that's what we got so far. Okay. That's what I got so far. I have not sent it over yet. So that's why I say I may do a little something extra to it. All right, y'all. We got a few more clips left. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started. This family, the Fishers family, that actually, oh no, let's get into the school bus. We're gonna end the show with the Fishers family. Let me show y'all what done happened on the school bus, baby. All I'm gonna say is they got caught. They got caught. And they need to go to jail. Yeah, they got caught. That's all I'm telling you. They got caught. And they need to go to jail. And then we're going to discuss it after this.
Camera, a child abused on a school bus. It's hard to watch. And tonight,
Caught
a
on
Hillsborough
camera,
County
y'all.
bus
Caught
aide
on-
and bus driver are accused of it. One of them is accused of abusing the child with autism, while the other one laughed. News Channel 8's George MacArthur is live at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office with what led to the investigation. Yeah, how were they tipped off?
Yeah, Stacy. Well, deputies say teachers automatically noticed a change in the child's behavior when it was time to go home and get on the school bus. That's what prompted deputies to take a look at the cameras on the school bus, and they say what they saw was disturbing. This video is hard for any parent to watch. A defenseless child being hit over and over by someone entrusted with their care, while another adult not only watched but laughed.
And only fueled his fear after listening to him scream in pain by threatening him with further violence.
The investigation began back in November after a witness reported the abuse. Detectives reviewed video footage from on the school bus. They say 79-year-old Juanita Wright repeatedly abused the victim, and while the driver, Tonya Rice Constant, did nothing to stop it.
Unfortunately, the system only captures 30 days. I'm confident that this abuse carried on well before the 30 days.
Deputies say the abuse happened at least 14 different times. And when questioned about the abuse,
The bus driver said it was just jokeful, playful behavior between her and the bus aide and the child.
Hillsborough County Schools released this statement in part, quote, the bus attendant who was hired in 2012 was removed from duty back in November as soon as we were made aware of the allegations. Her employment has been terminated. The driver retired from the district in November when the investigation began. And the bus aide was arrested on 14 counts of child abuse, and the driver, she was arrested for failure to report it. Reporting live in Ybor City, I'm Georgia MacArthur, 8 on your side.
Okay, so there's a couple things I want to say about that video. Yes, she definitely should have got fired. If there was a way that she can go to jail, she need to go to jail too. Don't put your hands on my child, my children. Okay, don't do it. Especially when the young boy had autism. You know, it's bad enough he can't fight back because he's a child, and if he do, ain't no telling what would have happened to him then. you know. But he's autistic. Like, if you can't handle kids like that, then quit your job. Let somebody know. I can't handle him on this bus. Please remove him. Tell his mom and them to come pick him up while I take these other kids home. You know what I'm saying? But they talking about it was a joking thing or whatnot, which we all saw that was not a joking thing at all. I ain't seen nothing funny about it whatsoever. Now, let's get to the young lady that was laughing and didn't stop it. They charged her. I agree. Charge her. She need to get in trouble too. But I'm gonna take it a step further. Let's not forget that y'all asses got police officers that does the same thing. Yeah, I said it. I said what I said. Y'all got police officers doing the same thing. A police officer out there beating the brakes off of somebody's child. And when I say somebody's child, I'm talking about grown and all. It's that person still got a mama and a daddy. And you sit there and you watch and you laugh. Or if you ain't laughing, you ain't trying to stop it. You let your officer do whatever the officer wants to do. Whether you trying to fit in, whether you been threatened, or whether you think you finna lose your own life. You still sit there and you watch. You cut your body camera footages off. But you want to sit here and throw her in or charge her with whatever you're charging her with because she was laughing? When y'all officers do this a lot. Not all the officers. We got some good ones out there. But y'all crooked ass ones, y'all sit there and y'all laugh. You sit there and sometimes you help out instead of stopping it. There's always one bad apple. When that bad apple, that bad officer get it started, y'all need to break it up. Sometimes these people don't even have cuffs on. Sometimes they do have cuffs on. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. Sometimes they got cuffs on. And you still sit there and watch another officer beat the brakes off of them. But this woman also bad because she laughed. And as y'all say, she didn't try to stop it. Y'all don't either, Mr. Officers, the one that's supposed to be out here protecting us. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Whew, okay, y'all. We finna move on to the next one. Let me say this before we get started. This flyer that y'all see behind me, I end up switching to another what did I switch to? Another streaming service. I came back to StreamYard. Okay. And when I came back to StreamYard, I haven't put up a whole bunch of backgrounds and stuff. So this background has always been there since before I was doing StreamYard, before I moved to EveMux. This was in there. So when I came back, I just been so busy and I'm like, I don't have time to start, something. I mean, come up with another background. When I tell y'all, God made things happen for a reason. This has been up here since I started the show for the new year. This background where it say peachy and you see me on the side over there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, all this been up here. But if you notice, I don't know how to take this down. I don't know how to take that down. I think they automatically stay up there where it say Miss Peachy. If you notice where it says Miss Peachy, Cash App, all that. If you look behind it, what does that say? Let me see if I can move. Your number one ATL internet radio show every Saturday. Now, it covers up the time because that is a different time. But the point of me saying this is I didn't even know that I was going to be starting a radio show at the beginning of the year when I posted this up here. and I never changed it. I never changed it. I'm just gonna leave it up here. I'll be able to find something, another picture to post up there. But I just been so busy when it's time for the show to start. Baby, God knows what he be doing. Your number one ATL internet radio show every Saturday. Baby, I'm number one. Hate it or love it. I'm number one, baby. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all tune in, y'all, each and every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 to 1 Central Time, and 10 to 11 Pacific Time. You just never know who I'm going to be interviewing. You just never know. All right. Before we get to our last story, y'all, before we get to our last story for the night, I have to make sure that I announce that we are back doing our 2 week spotlight, baby. Our 2 week spotlight where we shine light on each and every family member that has came on to PGT time. Hopefully your family will get in this year. Last year is when I started it, and we just show a new family for 2 weeks. Okay. So we've had so many families on, so we can't get everyone in for this year. But don't worry, we only give one spotlight per year, for every 2 weeks. So we will not have repeats or anything like that. So tonight for 2 weeks, the very first Peachy Loved Ones 2 week spotlight for 2026 is Jasmine and Michael Ellington Jr. Jasmine Ellington and Michael Ellington Jr. They are siblings, baby. They were siblings. Jasmine was involved in a domestic violence situation. Her brother, her mom, her dad, siblings was there. Her kids was there. All when it occurred, y'all. It was a lot of people out there, and Jasmine and Michael's mother was shot as well. But she made it. She made it to live to tell the story. Her and her husband, which is their father, came on the show. So please, please, please make sure you go and check out this story. You can go onto YouTube and type in Peachy Tea Time, Jasmine Ellington, and Michael Ellington Jr., and it will pop right up. Or you can go on the Peachy Tea Time, I'm sorry, the Miss Peachy Time page, and you will see it. If you scroll down, you will see the link on there, and just click on the link and it will take you straight to the show. Baby, this was Memphis, baby. We went to Memphis. Do you hear me? This was so unfortunate. So unfortunate. And of course, y'all know me. Y'all know I had to do a tribute video. So we are about to go into the tribute video right now. Yes, right now. This is our little commercial break. We are going to show the tribute video. If you are aware of PGT Time 2 week spotlight, each show that I do, except for on Wednesday, unless I don't have a guest, I will show the tribute video for 2 weeks. All right. And you may ask, why are you doing this? Baby, I told each and every family that I was going to keep their baby name alive and spread the awareness. So that's what this is for. All right, y'all. And yes, the flyer was made by me. The flyer was made by me. So here we go. Rest in peace to Jasmine and also to Michael Ellington. That's Junior. All right. Here we go. And we'll be back. We're coming back. We got to cover this last story. Sound ain't playing. All right, y'all. I am showing that I just checked it on my phone. The sound is not playing on here. So I'm gonna try to see if I can figure it out before the end of the show. If not, then I would definitely have it back up and running and playing on Wednesday if we don't have a family. So I definitely apologize for that. But here is the flyer once again. Here's the flyer. And again, I'm gonna try to see what's going on, why it's not playing, while one of these other videos is playing, and we'll go from there. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into our last story for the night. Okay, our last story for the night. This was an absolutely beautiful young lady. I'm so sorry that this happened to her. They still that I'm not unless I ain't see it yet. They still have not found her body. But they are thinking that she is deceased. But the good thing is they think they may have a suspect. So let's go ahead and get into the story.
This morning, the Fishers community is mourning the loss of 17-year-old who's been missing for a month.
Fishers police say they believe
Absolutely
Haley Busby is dead.
Gorgeous.
And now there is a suspect arrested in connection with the case. Anna Chalker has been following this investigation this morning. She's live with the heartbreaking update in this case that's gotten national attention. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. So many people with eyes on Fishers yesterday when that announcement came out of here at the Fishers Police Department. And it was an update that nobody wanted to hear. And I'll tell you, this investigation, it's still far from over because police are still searching for Haley's body today. And I want to walk you through this long investigation that started on January 5th, the day that Haley went missing. Police say an unknown vehicle was in her neighborhood that night. And then days later, they were able to identify 39-year-old Tyler Thomas of Ohio as the person she left with. Investigators believe he contacted her through an online gaming platform. And when police made contact with Thomas, they found that vehicle at his home in Columbus, Ohio, and he also admitted to picking Busby up. They say there was also evidence at a short-term rental in Hocking County, Ohio. And with all of this information in the case so far, police believe Busby died within a few days of getting picked up.
Investigators from all agencies involved continue to search for Haley. Haley and her story have been shared nationwide. Between the tips that you have shared with us and the support that you have shown the community or that they've shown the family, we could not have asked for more from our community and beyond.
Now, it is important to note that Thomas has not been charged in Busby's murder. And in the arresting PC out of Ohio, Thomas had material of Busby on his phone, which he ended up deleting. And he is facing federal charges this morning of tampering with evidence and pandering sexually oriented matter involving a minor. He will be going to court in just a few hours at 9 o'clock in Franklin County, Ohio. Now, after this announcement came out, Busby's father, Bo, made a post on social media remembering the girl she was, but also asking for change at the state level, hoping to create a new law called Haley's Law. So coming up, we'll go into more of what that could look like, what they're asking for, and also the petition where thousands of people have joined support of this.
Are you researching dental implants?
There's a lot of
Here's how. Oh, still ain't I thought I took it off. Sorry. But I'm like, no, we're not researching. No, not implants. Anyways, y'all, this was such a sad story. Now my stream, I know I'm lagging, but that's because I'm trying to download the video. So what I'm going to do to keep myself from lagging, I'm just gonna go into this next clip of the story of the young lady. So this is actually detail on what's going on. So let me go ahead and bring it up now because I'm lagging so bad. And it's only because I'm trying to download the tribute video. So here we go.
We start on this Sunday night with breaking news, a devastating update in the case of a missing 17-year-old girl from Fishers. Haley Busby is believed to be dead, and police now have a suspect in custody. For 4 weeks now, there has been an intense search for the teenager. And just within the last hour, Fishers police held a news conference saying with the evidence they have today, Haley will not be coming home. Our Brandon Schaff is live in Fishers tonight. Brandon, what have we learned? Just a heartbreaking development.
Yeah, Jenny, good evening to you. We're standing right outside of the Fishers Police Department where we got that tragic update from city leaders, from law enforcement that Haley Busby, they believe that she's not coming home, that she died. And this is not what they were hoping would be the outcome of this, but we will certainly give you as much information as we know based off of what they told us here in the press conference. We want to show you a picture of the suspect, the person who they believe is responsible for this. This is 39-year-old Tyler Thomas of Ohio. This is someone who they believe is the suspect here. We do not usually name suspects until formal charges are filed by prosecutors, but because we have this is a high profile nature to this case, and there was the press conference here. We wanted to make sure that people knew exactly who it was that they believe was responsible here. Evidence was collected here and in Ohio, collected in the home and the car that was driven by Thomas here. And this is really a heartbreaking outcome. That's what the different officials said here as well, really reiterating the point that they will do everything that they can to support the family who have been posting constantly online, just trying to get answers and doing everything that they can to try to make sure that they did what they could to try to find Haley ever since she went missing at the beginning of January. The suspect is being held on charges that are unrelated to Haley Busby, and will have a court appearance that is scheduled for February 2nd, so tomorrow. And they do have a reason to believe that Busby was at the suspect's house and at a short-term rental in Ohio. So also, police telling us that they believe that the two met via online gaming, an important detail there. And they believe that Busby encountered the suspect within days of her being reported missing. So that is the update that we have as of right now. We will continue to give you more information as to exactly what is going on. And also the mayor, he spoke as well, talking about this tragic loss.
And I know that her family is devastated currently. And I'm confident that our community will rally in the coming hours, days, and weeks to stand with that family in their grief and share in the burden of mending and healing from this tragic loss.
And that was Fishers Mayor Scott Fadness speaking about the tragic update here at the police department. We'll continue to get you more updates as we get them, and we'll be covering more of this throughout the evening. Jenny, back to you.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Again, such a devastating update out of Fishers. Want to kind of give you again a look at those details. So Busby was originally believed to have run away from her home in Fishers January 5th. Police later say she got in the car with somebody, was believed to be in danger. Now, again, police say they believe 39-year-old Tyler Thomas from Ohio was the person who took her. Fishers police say that evidence shows it and say that he admitted to picking her up from her Fishers neighborhood. Again, the two met, as Brandon mentioned, police say through online gaming. Police say they searched his home, his car, and they determined he took her to Ohio, both at his home and at a short-term rental in Hocking County, Ohio, which is in the southern part of the state. His home is in Columbus, Ohio. He is now in custody. He's being held at the Franklin County, Ohio jail without bond. Again, prosecutors have not charged him with Haley's disappearance. He's being held without bond on 2 other felonies, pandering obscenity and tampering with evidence. So major development in this case. Police also saying that they're providing counseling not only to Haley's family, but also they'll provide counseling to students at HSE where she attended as they try and grapple with this loss. We will, of course, share more details with you throughout the night on WTHR.com and here on WTHR Plus.
This was so unfortunate. So many of our kids are playing on all social media at this time. I'm just serious. They playing everything. They looking at everything. They playing everything, and we just have to make sure that we be more in tune to our children. Um, some of these kids, they're not even gamers, but they get a new gaming device. They find out, oh my gosh, there's other people that I can play with, but they're thinking they're kids as well. And sometimes they're not kids. You know, I'm so happy that some of the games systems that my son has, you know, he likes to use the headphone, and the kids be talking so loud you can't help but to hear. You know, and if I start hearing something that sounds a little crazy to me, cussing and all that type of stuff too, bruh, get off. It's time to get off. Play by yourself. I don't care. You're not gonna play with them. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, please monitor your kids. Tell your kids don't be giving nobody their address. I don't care how mad y'all get at y'all parents. Don't give your address to nobody that you don't know. Stranger danger is still a real thing. It really is. Even though they tell you to get in the car with them Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. But please believe me, stranger danger is a real thing. We all know that. We all know that. Every time you get into an Uber driver car or a Lyft driver car or whoever, taxi driver car, please, please, please make sure you pray first. While you sitting up there making the I don't know what y'all call it because I don't do Uber drivers. I do not ride in a car with Ubers. I did one time, and that was when we was in New York for New York Fashion Week, but it was a bunch of us. You know what I'm saying? But I have never called for an Uber driver just to come get me and me only. Now them folks did when my car broke down on me. But if they would have told me that's what they was doing, I would have told them, oh hell no. My husband to come get me. I had already called Poolie to come get me. She told me, no, 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 no. Don't tell him no, don't even come out. I'm thinking, okay, y'all finna fix my car right now. They done called the Uber driver to come get me. He did. But thank you. I'm sure they added that to the money that I owed them for fixing my car. But Royalty Khan said it is so important to talk to them and warn them about predators who may start a conversation with them to lure them in. Exactly. They was doing that on Roblox. Somebody, one of the little kid, the little baby looked like he had been about 7, 8 years old. And he done gave the people his address. He outside jumping on the trampoline. Here they come pulling up. Grown men. But they got his ass on the doorbell ring camera. Bet you won't try that no more. Royalty Com said there's an African sister who invented an earring that an earring that would take a picture of the imposter. Also those glasses, those smart glasses that they done made. You know, you can record on those too. So if your child got them glasses, talk to them too. Let them know, look, if things start acting a little shady, something ain't right. Turn the camera on. Turn the camera on. I'm sure even if the eyeglasses break, I'm sure they got a backup. Backup where they can still go and find the footage. Trust me. I'm sure they do. I'm more than sure they do. All right, y'all. It looks like the video is done. The video is done. I already made the video, but I added the song to it. While we were actually playing that long video. I know y'all was like, that was pretty long. I picked that one on purpose so that the video will have time to download. So let me go ahead and download it in here so that you guys can see it. There it goes. There it goes. I hope that's it. Yep, 956. All right. Oh, it would say that it's too large. That's okay, y'all, because I can play it this way. Don't even worry about it. Hold on. Y'all know we live. You know we live. Go to video file. And here it is right here. And it will play. All right, y'all. So let's go back to the where they at? There they are. All right. We are at the end of the show. We're gonna close out this show with this tribute video for Jasmine Ellington and Michael Ellington Jr. They were brother and sister. God rest their soul. I already know that they are up in heaven, waiting to see their mama and their daddy and their siblings and their kids. One day, I'm sure they're gonna see him again. All right, y'all. If you guys would love to have a memorial tribute video made, let me know. I will give you guys all the details for that. If you would like a flyer made, but you're just not quite ready to come on the show yet, but you definitely want a flyer made so that you can post it on your pages and everything, get at me. And once again, I give you all the details. All right, y'all. Here goes that tribute video. This time the sound gonna work. Here we go. Memories. Dang, it started right away. Let me take this down. I didn't know it was gonna lead us up. Take that down. All right, here we go. We had our time together. It's hard that I can't see you now. See you face to face. But I know you in the sky looking down. But it's still hard to take. That you're not here physically. Yeah, it gets emotional sometimes. Yeah, it gets hard because you're not here and you're gone away. Up in the sky somewhere. I hope we meet again. I hope I see my love again. Yeah, it gets so difficult to know you're not here. And oftentimes I cry to sleep in tears. But I hope I'll be up there one day. One day. To see your face again. I know you're in a better place. I know you're at peace up there. Where there's no fears, there's no tears. But I can't lie, I miss you down here. I pray to God that you was in my life. I can't lie that I feel alone because you're not here. Yeah, it gets emotional sometimes. Yeah, it gets hard because you're not here and you're gone away. Up in the sky somewhere. I hope we meet again. I hope I see my love again. Yeah, it gets so difficult to know you're not here. And oftentimes I cry to sleep in tears. But I hope I'll be up there one day. One day. To see your face again. I know you up there. Up there. I miss you down here. I wish I had one more chance to see your face and hold you and never let you go. I love you forever. You're always in my heart. And I can't let go of the memories we had until I see your face again. I see your face again. Oh, until I see your face again. Yeah, yeah. Hey y'all, it's your girl Demensis. Demensis with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Or you can just call me Miss Peachy. That's all good too. Look, welcome to Peachy Tea Time. And it's Monday where
Remembering a life, honoring a legacy. When words fall short, let Miss Peachy help you tell the story. Miss Peachy will create a custom heartfelt memorial tribute video that celebrate your loved one's life in a way that truly reflects their spirit and the love you shared. With thoughtful care, Miss Peachy will craft each video from the heart, preserving precious memories in a lasting tribute. Tailored packages to suit your needs. Fast 24 to 48-hour delivery. Genuine, compassionate service. Let Miss Peachy help honor your loved one legacy with a keepsake that will be cherished forever. Contact Ms. Peachy by email or by phone for a tribute video made from the heart.
Having computer issues? Can't find a nearby computer store or tech? No need to worry, Computer Tech is a computer repair mobile service. Not in Georgia, no need to worry, Computer Tech can remote into your computer as well. Prices are starting as low as $40. Services are virus removal, data recovery, data transfer, hardware installation, software installation, computer tune-up, laptop and desktop, home and online. Contact 40440585515 and ask for Tony, and don't forget to tell them Ms. Peachy sent you.
Bye. Mwah. See you on Wednesday.